Hey, what's going on? Hold on.
Super middleweight champion of the world. 5'10"
Lomachenko. So there you guys have it. Of course, the TKO or whatever you want to call it, the stoppage victory over Nicholas. He made the dude say no mas. Nicholas Walters said,
Close enough in the first round, although we can see.
I'm gonna wait for the post-fight begin to get into my analysis of this fight, but we're gonna have a lot to talk about, so you guys stay tuned. We're gonna listen to the post-fight from Walters, post-fight from Lomachenko. Lomachenko showed a lot of people who don't know what neutralizing a fighter looks like, how to neutralize a fighter in Walters. He did a great job with his offense, changing angles, changing levels. Dude,
with his right hand, which is his big weapon.
So we're gonna wait for the post-fight interview.
He understood that he could get in left hooks and landed some to the body, but at the end of the day, Lomachenko was doing basically everything he wanted to do, including landing 3 and 4 punch combinations repeatedly, and more so with each passing round as the rounds went by. So Nicholas Walters gets out.
Great performance,
Here's
though.
Max Kellerman with the winner.
His interview with Lomachenko.
Wow, that was impressive stuff. You just made the undefeated top fighter in the weight division quit. He literally said, "No, how did you do it?"
Я не знаю, я снимаю, он действительно очень сильный боец, крепкий, но я думаю, что дело сделало простое. Он не боксировал, я думаю, что из-за этого он остановился.
Walters is a good fighter. He's really strong, but I think he just stood there in one place, which made it easy for me to win.
Walters is a good fighter, and he is strong. Gary Russell Jr. is a really good fighter, and he's really fast. And these guys have no chance against you. Who does? Who do you look, when you look out there, who do you see as your most likely rival?
Walters сильный, Рассел был очень быстрый, но они ничего против тебя не могли сделать. Кто может что-нибудь сделать? Кого вы видите, что
не знаю, я пока не хотел бы делать заявление. Единственное, что я повторюсь, я говорил уже, что бокс это отдельно, это не только сила отдельно. Ты должен быть боксером, который обладает и высоким IQ, и большой функциональной подготовкой, физической подготовкой, и скоростной. Ты должен объединить все в одно.
It's not about being just strong or being just fast. A lot of things take place. You have to train. You have to be highly functional in the ring. So all those things are a combination of what makes me good.
So who's the fighter out there that you think you target next?
Vargasa. Хочу Vargasa, Roberto.
Vargas?
I want Vargas.
The goal here for you quickly before we turn to the X-Men. What's the deal?
I'm gonna have to put him there, honestly.
Looks like you're on your way. Thank you.
Alright, so now we go to what I had to say. This.
Nicholas, what happened?
One here with us. Say does 5. So he was more. You see, yeah, they're not connected. He's clearly than I am touching him. The
reaction from the clip did seem to us that the athletic who don't know boxing culture to think, well, then in the biggest traditions, proud champions and top fighters say no mas in a situation like that. They continue to try to fight. What do you think about that as a top undefeated fighter who is appear to be badly hurt at the moment, quitting? What do you think about that?
It wasn't about quitting, right? If you look with some pretty good shot, I was holding on just to survive the round. You know, it would be stupid after the last round.
So you were hurt in the previous round?
Yeah, of course. He got me some good shot, but you gave me one fight per year. You know, he's active. He's fighting more active than me. You know.
Thank you, Nicholas. Jim.
So the crowd doesn't like it.
All right.
All
back. Hold on. Go back.
He is promoted by. Everybody focuses on that particular.
All right. So, there you have it. You know, Nicholas Walters in the seventh round, I believe, quitting on the stool. They're not exaggerating when they say that he said no mas. Walters speaks Spanish. He spent some time in Panama, and on top of that, you know, he speaks Spanish. So his corner, which is very confused for the majority of the fight, they came in the fight, and he was like, "No, I don't want any more." And to be honest, when you look at the fight, right, I believe with the way the fight was progressing, probably by the 9th or the 10th round, as the fight wore on, Walters' legs got very heavy. Walters was really chance against Lomachenko to begin with. I'm saying when you have been in the ring for a year, his legs got really heavy, and he just wasn't able to keep up with the foot speed, with just all the things that Lomachenko brings to the table. So I feel like, you know, he lost there. You guys out there in the YouTube boxing community who don't like Lomachenko for obvious reasons, on agendas, you guys said, "Oh well, Nicholas Walters is going to expose this fraud." Well, you guys couldn't have been more wrong. You just made a top undefeated fighter in Walters quit on his stool. In the same words Roberto Duran said when he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard, Nicholas Walters' mouth after he lost as he was losing to Lomachenko, and Lomachenko was beginning to toy with him. So, to be honest, I made the video earlier. You know, if Lomachenko goes in there and he dominates Nicholas Walters and has a virtuoso performance of the highest, I would have to consider putting him number 1 in boxing. And to be honest, he didn't get a chance to put the exclamation point. But that's kind of why I may have to consider him putting him number 1, to make a guy like Walters who kind of demean, and it sucks for him because he's not going to be associated with saying no mas. But to make a guy like Walters quit on the stool, to outclass him, to toy with him, to complete skill set for the course of how long the fight lasted, greatness, how good he is as a fighter, and I seriously think Lomachenko next. He said that in the post-fight interview. He said that the next guy he wants to fight is Vargas, and that'd be a great fight, man. Francisco Vargas, as far as guys at 30, was 30, 35, right? 130 pounds. Vargas has established himself as like one of the top guys, fight of the year candidate with Salido. Salido, actually, I saw on Ring Magazine, basically saying that if he does give Lomachenko his rematch, and that's a fight that I would like to see Lomachenko get his rematch against, beat him, because I feel he beat him the first time, but you know, the dirty tactics and his life didn't like no chance. Like they don't have a chance because he's just too skill for skill. You're not going to compete with him. So for Lomachenko, his best for him, he's probably going to want to have to challenge himself, moving up in weight to 130 pounds. because you know, first 2 fights, Roman Martinez beat him. He was a champion. Beats Nicholas Walters, makes him quit. So really, ton left for him at 130. I mean, he did well in that division. You know, he can fight Vargas. Vargas is someone that, you know, beat Takashi Miura. See, like, I've heard rumors of Lomachenko Pacquiao, Lomachenko Crawford. With him and his skill set, but the more rounds I see this guy fight, the harder it is for me not to put him number one. He just does so many things that became a complete fighter, and that's what being pound for pound number one in boxing is about. It's about being a complete fighter, and he has it all. He has skills, the balance, the timing, the footwork. He can fight inside, fight outside. There is not a thing in the ring that Lomachenko can't do, and he even has a little things to carry up as he moves up in weight. But for the time being, you know, the dude can punch. What happens, man? I like what Lomachenko was able to do tonight. For Walters, he's in a weird situation. Terrible year for him. You know, he said it himself. It's been 343 days since the Axeman last had a fight, disputed a draw with Jason Sosa. So because the Axeman didn't have so much activity, that's what he's living it on. Look, personally, I think Lomachenko would have beat him regardless. I know Lomachenko would have beat the Axeman regardless of how active he was. But I think because of the activity, it was easier for Lomachenko than it would have been with the Axeman being active. So that's maybe his frustration. Now, hopefully in 2017, Top Rank can get him in with some guys at 130. Because when you guys think about it, right? So that was his debut at 130, and he wasn't really able to get active. I mean, to fight a guy like in your second fight, that's a tough task of a guy, especially when you get off. And so, you know, I don't blame, but regardless, just Lomachenko had too many tools for him, and when you look at the options for, you know, there are some options for him. You know, you got guys like there's always a Sosa option, maybe Uchiyama, Pedraza, Roman Martinez. To be kind of like a gatekeeper type of guy. He's gonna kind of looks like to me he might become like a gatekeeper type of 30 due to the fact that, you know, that's the guy they use for Lomachenko. He lost a on paper, almost in reality lost to Slido. So we'll see what happens, man. But I mean, who knows? I've heard somebody like fight moving up, and you know, you had Harold Letterman comparing him to Willie Pep. You guys who are really, you know, who know about boxing history, Willie Pep, historians, is known as like a top 10 fighter ever, and maybe one of the best defensive. Harold Letterman's very old. He's seen a lot of boxing. He's probably forgotten more boxing than I know. But Willie Pep, to get compared to a guy like that right now, it just speaks to. We'll see what happens. But you know, interesting fight. I'm kind of pissed because I wanted to see the exclamation point. Walters didn't want to see the exclamation point. I can't blame him. He was getting outclassed. I mean, I can't stress this enough. Walters is a top level fighter in the weight class, and he's someone who, you know, once he gets more fights under his belt and gets more accustomed to the weight, he's a start. But when you look at him, right, the only reason Lomachenko didn't knock him out or put him on the canvas is because he really went out. There weren't many openings, so Lomachenko had to create his own openings, you know, with lots of head movement, constantly flickering the jab from different angles, and then he had to set things up. So he find the openings, and he would have got him out of there. And this is what it is. Walters seemed visibly frustrated. He's 30 years old, so you would think, you know, in boxing, a whole lot of punishment. Even tonight, he didn't take a ton of punishment. But in boxing, you know, 30 years old is. And so we got to ask ourselves, and I'm not even sure we have to ask ourselves. We can pretty much say that we've probably already seen, and you know, at this point from this point forward, I hope just Top more active, because this year for boxing, there's been a lot of guys, whether they're Al Heyman or top-ranked fighters, who just can't get any fights. So, and a lot of it too, I know Walters is that he has a dangerous puncher. He can really hurt you, and a lot of guys aren't gonna fight a guy like that a lot of money, and he's not a name to the level where you're gonna get big time money. So I think it could set up a great, because saw Lomachenko did to him. They might think that, oh, Walters is sweet, and then they're gonna sign. They'll be more prone to sign a contract. So for Walters, I think it's just he's got to get back in the gym, get back to the drawing board. This win is a blessing in disguise, and a lot of these 130-pounders get in the ring with him active. If maybe he can work his way back, if he's willing to go through this again and fight Lomachenko. But the question, if you're objective as far as you fall boxing, you got to ask yourselves, with only eight professional fights, is Lomachenko the best fighter in boxing? And look, we had that fight was built up as pound for pound, and the winner of that fight would be the undisputed pound for pound number one in boxing. That's what it was. We had a controversial decision, and neither one of those guys really became pound for pound. The question we got to, and obviously Roman Gonzalez, I think Roman Gonzalez in Ring Magazine and ESPN and many other, I think that Roman Gonzalez is still the pound for pound. I'm going to basically put it to you guys like this. I'm going to have to take some time to think about this. I'm going to have to put Roman Gonzalez number one. But Lomachenko is really forcing me to think. I mean, it's about being a complete fighter. The term pound for pound in the first place was what a complete fighter was. Like Sugar Robinson's basically saying that if you shrunk guys down to the same size, and Lomachenko is showing with his supreme boxing skills that so good for these guys around his weight that he's gonna have to move up to fight bigger guys, because those be the only to him. Guys like Crawford, guys like guys of that nature. So Roman, I don't know. It's tough because it really, well, Lomachenko only has 8 fights or whatever, but look who he's beaten. Outclassed Gary Russell Jr., outclassed Nicholas Walters, knocked out Roman Martinez. Disputed decision again. He lost a disputed decision on Slido in only a second pro fight. A lot of people, including myself, doing some of the things he's done in boxing. He's doing unprecedented things, and these things warrant of being a pound for pound boxing. So we'll see what happens, man. I really think if he's not pound for pound number one right now, he's not too far away. As much as I love Roman, and as much as he has pound for pound skills in as many weight classes as that man is clear, the fact of the matter is Vasyl has clear weight class. He's already in the midst of dominating, and he's fighting the top guy. I saw stat. Well, I saw it on Reddit, and it was from an article. I can't remember what website it was from. I think it was Boxing. And it basically, if you add up the combined record, coming into this fight Walters tonight, if you add along with all of his other opponents, the combined record of Lomachenko's career was like 227 wins and like 20. It was a crazy record. So that speaks to the level of the and not just fighting, but dominating, making them look silly. So, I was at the Fifth Street Gym at Orlando. He said that Lomachenko was pound for pound number one by. When we look at performances like this, it's to argue against it, because, like I said, Walters is not a slouch, and I really hope. I hope video, and I put it up, and I go and I look at all these posts. I sincerely hope that the people that were talking trash about Lomachenko, that were saying that Walters was Lomachenko as a fraud, that Lomachenko didn't deserve to be top 5. Oh, they don't start to begin to diminish who Walters is as a fighter, because, like I said, he's still a hell of a fighter. If he should get active again, he's gonna start knocking dudes out once again at 130. I have no doubt about it. So it is what it is there. Personally, Lomachenko fight Vargas. If he's not gonna fight the guy I would like to see him probably fight the most, to be honest with you guys, the consensus is that he's probably too damn good for anybody around his weight. And the Vargas fight would be good, action fight, but to my opinion, while Vargas is a good fighter, I just don't think Vargas has enough skill to fight somebody who's bigger than him to give him a challenge. And that challenge, it should come in the form. Like, look, I honestly, he's just so damn good that I think for him, the most, and I know that are getting it done because they're both on the same promotional banner, is Terrence Crawford. That would be a hell of a fight. Lomachenko would have a hard time winning because when you look at Gamboa, he rehydrates like 152 pounds. If you look at Lomachenko tonight, he rehydrates on the scales. So you're looking at if just guy, you're looking at with a 10 to 15 pound weight disadvantage, and it becomes literally about his skills. Trump the strength advantage Crawford would have. Can put on a boxing clinic and a boxing display to the level where that's a fight I would love to see. And I know it's very possible. If is willing to make it, if Crawford is willing to make it, which I'm not really sure, because if Lomachenko is not a big name, he's not going to bring in a lot of money. So business-wise, this from Crawford's perspective, then it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to fight Lomachenko. From a legacy standpoint, from being the best, Lomachenko is a bone 5 pound for pound fighter, and he's an argument for top 3. Personally, I would have to put probably 3 or 4, somewhere in that range right now, with a serious argument for number 1. But Crawford, like, regardless of a size disadvantage or strength advantage, going there and beat Lomachenko, you know, that's for his reputation. He already had to beat Postal. He beat Gamboa, which it convinced them nobody's ever done before. And you know, while I'm talking about this, because I want to see like style. Leading fighters to the positions he wants to be at, to throw the punches he wants to throw. He just knows how to neutralize fighters. Like when I watch Lomachenko fight, that's neutralizing a fighter. Not what Andre Ward did. That's not neutralizing a fighter. Lomachenko neutralizes fighters with his offense, nonetheless. So, I mean, it's just impressive to watch. I could talk about Lomachenko for days, honestly. But let's see. Lomachenko is 5'6" with a 65.5-inch reach. And I know Crawford's in the 70s somewhere. Is 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. So that means Crawford will be pushing a 4.5-inch reach advantage and about an inch and a half in height. And if you guys know, Walters had a similar type of reach advantage tonight, and that really made like zero difference because Lomachenko was able to neutralize him and put himself in the position to throw punches and the combinations he wanted to throw when he wanted to throw them. He was just a boss, and it's just you don't see boxing like that every single day. So when you do see it, it's great to watch. Well, I believe Walters' reach was like in the 70s as well. I'm gonna fact check myself before I just assume anything. Walters has a 70. Walters actually has longer arms than Crawford. That's crazy. So I actually did not realize that. So yeah, I mean the reach advantage would be no problem for Lomachenko. The only thing that probably would be an issue would maybe be like the strength or like the who knows, man. But I think that's the best. If you're looking at somebody who can beat Lomachenko, it's not gonna. I really don't think it's gonna be anybody in his weight class. Yes, Lito got the decision on paper, but he really didn't beat him. It was a really dirty fight, and he didn't beat him boxing within the rules. So with that being said, Maybe Vargas gives him a hard fight. I just don't see Vargas winning. But I think it's going to have to come against somebody who's at 140, honestly, because these guys ton of skills compete with him. So that's it, man. I really don't have much more to say. I'm trying to think of other things to say. I think I've touched I will be rewatching this fight because it was they had the replay for Ward Kovalev, and that was kind of painful to watch. But anyway, Vasyl Lomachenko makes Nicholas Walters say no mas, makes him quit on his stool. Boxing lesson, a top-level 130-pound quit on his stool, uttering the same words Roberto Duran once uttered. Sugar Ray Leonard made him say no mas, got him out of there, and definitely earned his spot as a top, cemented his spot, in my opinion, for the time being, as a top 325 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. But you guys out there in the boxing world, boxing fans, let me know what you think about this fight between Nicholas Walters and Vasyl Lomachenko. Do you think that Lomachenko should be pound-for-pound number one? And if not, where do you put him on your own personal pound-for-pound list? And where does Nicholas Walters go from here? Who are some guys that you'd like to see him fight next year in 2017? And do you think that because of his loss and him getting outclassed with Lomachenko, do you think that this makes the top 130-pounders more anxious to step in the ring with him? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me. Just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.